Mr. Evans fits the criteria of a malignant narcissist. Acts of rage frequently involving the attentions of a woman.
You look so beautiful when you sleep. When I was in prison, I thought a lot about you.
Colin, I tried to wait.
No, you didn't.
There's violence in this man.
Your parole is denied.
Should I be scared of Taraji? Because she can throw down.
You should be scared of Taraji. She doesn't mess around. You know what I mean? And by no means ever show up at her door with a sub story about your car. Don't do it. You know what I mean?
Talk about, obviously, those scenes are very choreographed, but filming those physical scenes with her, watching them on screen is very intense. But tell me, behind the scenes, are you guys laughing on takes? Are you...
You know what? Let's be honest. They're violent, and we just took them seriously just because, anyone could get hurt. We had an amazing stunt team as well, but I did a lot of my own just because it was just easier for me to do it, and Taraji would go for it as well. Because, we decided to inject a lot of emotion into the fights. Of course, at the big finale fight, this is her desperately fighting for her life. And, we took it seriously. I mean, of course, we laughed and joked about it. But, we shot at night. We were tired. We had to be quite concentrated on it. And, let's just be fair, this is not a fun type of film, It's not nice to be in a fight like that. But it was a great experience, you know what I mean? In terms of, we shot this within like 40 days. It was very intense. We were in one location mainly. It's like a theater piece, actually.
Well, first, I want to ask you, are you, after this film, are you like a bodyguard for hire? Could you be a bodyguard for hire?
No, I might break a nail.
You throw down in this movie.
If I have to, but I'm a girly girl. I don't like fighting.
Is it awkward filming those kinds of scenes? I mean, it's pretty serious.
It's hard work. It is really, I think it's probably the hardest thing I've done in my career. It's very meticulous. You go beat by beat, because safety's first. And, people don't realize, it's really like a dance. You gotta know when to bob and weave so you don't accidentally get hit. I was jumping on his back. We were rolling on the floor. There were props being used. It was... And then you're nervous because you're like, I don't want to hurt anybody. Like I said, it was the hardest thing ever. It took us 3 nights to film that scene, that fight scene. 3 nights.
If you were going to describe what type of film this is, what type of movie is it?
A psycho thriller.
What makes for a good psycho thriller?
Head games. You got to play head games. You got to keep the audience guessing. It can't be predictable. I was a little nervous when Will Packer brought it to me. He's like, I got this thriller. I was like... Okay. Then I got it, and I was like, oh my God! Yeah, it's amazing. They say the storm is gonna be really bad.
I better get going.
Tell your dad I said happy birthday. I love you.
Love you too.
That's very good. Big girl. Okay, finish cutting that up, baby. Put it on the plate, and then come over here and eat, okay?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to bother you. I just lost control of my car and wrecked it.
Are you all right?
I'm good. I just had it.
Oh my God.
Do you think I could use your phone?
You live around here?
Here over on River Road? I don't even need you. Come in. I'll stand right here. You can hand the phone and shut the door.
Mommy! I'm feeding my daughter. I'll be right back.
All right, thank you.
Because somebody needs to use the phone.
Let's do it. Let's go. And up to the sky.
Put her down!
What do you kind of make of your Hollywood journey so far? Because you're in the middle now, I would say. You're in the second act, right? So what do you make of your journey so far? Is this everything you thought it was going to be?
No, man. No, I didn't know how far I would get, as an actor starting, when I was 20, 21 or whatever. And in Hollywood has been super kind to me, super kind. I have a television career, essentially, and then I do films, and the films are starting to progress, and I'm starting to get more interesting characters. I still love television, still have a life there. But I think, it's just been very kind. And I'm excited for the future. I'd like to direct. I co-produce this film with Taraji, so we'd like to do more of that. And just sort of open up the doors.
What do you make of you made me think of something, because now obviously there's social media, and a few weeks ago there was that photo, and then you sent out the tweet. What do you make of like people's fascination with actors now, because they're so easily accessible on social media? I have my phone, I can take a picture. For you?
Yeah, man, it's an odd one, you know, because the mystique of, you know, back in the day, if you saw an actor in real life, what? You kind of throw, you know, it's like, how do you, you know, now you sort of have a little bit more accessibility. I use that. I use it to my advantage. Social media is an interesting space to sort of connect with people, also to sell your product, whatever that might be. But everybody now is a paparazzi, everybody. It doesn't matter where you go. You could be in the toilet, someone say, hey, can I take a picture? I'm like, no, not right now. Are you serious? And that's a bit odd. That's, you know, everyone has that sort of access to like, oh, this moment is really happening. Check me out, click. And that's great. I'm not going to hate on that, but it is a little bit, you know, sometimes intrusive, you know.
So in your own life, how do you deal with, obviously not situations like this, but precarious situations, especially dealing with relationships, and especially now with social media and people are wanting to know what you're doing every single move. How do you deal with these kinds of things in your own life?
I shut down. I know how to protect and self-preserve. And when you are a public figure, and now with this social media, people think they can just say anything to you at any given moment. I mean, I can't even tell you some of the things that have been said to me, social media. But you take it with a grain of salt. You know, people are crazy. And so I pick my battles. I just had a very interesting exchange, intelligent exchange with a guy who we weren't eye to eye, and it was about the Ferguson, and we had a very intelligent exchange. And I really don't do that, but that made my heart, and it made me feel like there's still hope for us as a generation, you know? We still didn't totally agree, but we saw each other's points, you know? And in life, we need to listen more to each other, you know?
True that. Let's talk Empire.
Yes.
First of all, how excited are you to be in the Fox family?
I am so excited to be a Fox. I think Fox is very innovative as far as primetime television. To me, that they're like the cable channel of network television, especially this season with all the different shows they have coming on. They're definitely gonna acquire a young audience with all of these different shows. It's just, I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I feel like a movement is happening right on Fox.
And what are we going to see in Empire? Give me a little tease.
Oh my goodness. Are y'all ready for the cookie mania that's gonna happen? She is a piece of work. You talk about spitfire, shooting straight from the hip, no holds barred, no cut cards. Whatever it is, she's gonna tell you. And she's gonna look fabulous doing it. She has a fierce wardrobe.
Shit.
Yes.
When you put things out there, do you think twice? Because you're like, you know, I need some stuff just for me, but obviously I'm the consumer. I'm helping support you. So how do you kind of balance that line of not wanting to be too intrusive to yourself, but also, you know, giving the fans, you know, what they want?
Yeah, I mean, I think I might have faced criticism. I'm quite open in my life, you know. People know what I'm about. You look at my Instagram, you'll see pictures of my family, that's cool. And I don't mind that because I think transparency sort of equates to, you know, your real fans. People like you because they like you, they feel like they can connect with you, and that's what social media is about in terms of me. But, you know, the truth is, I do have a personal life, private life, and I want to keep it that way. So I kind of just tailor it, you know. I tailor things. Listen, if I'm having a conversation with you, if there's something that you would tell me, I'd tell you back. But if, you know, there's other things, I'll just be like, well, it's none of your business, and I'll just keep it that way, and that's fine. That seems to work with people. You know, they like pictures, they're like, hey, how was your day? They love all of that, and you can be honest about that. So, yeah.
Finally, can we take a selfie?
Okay.
What's up?
Thank you.
I would have thought of all those brains you've got, you would have figured out the game you're playing by now.
Terry, are you here? You've reached 911.
Hello, yes. There's an intruder in my house.